They've got some techniques that can raise your credit score really quickly. So I would say the first step in this process is get pre-approved. You got to fall in love with the house. One of the other questions that someone sent in is, I'm ready to buy a house, how do I get started? And while so many of us may think that that's a simplified question that we should know the answer to, I got to remember that there are so many generational folks that they are just moving into that first phase of life of buying their first home. And I love to teach you those steps. That's part of my passion, is it's certainly selling houses and doing that, but I love to educate people and especially teaching them the right way to get that foot started in the right direction, I should say. So what you would always do, in my opinion, is you want to start out with a good local lender. And I'm happy to recommend one to you. We work daily hand in hand with these guys. You want to get one that's going to take the time and speak with you and work through that process to make sure you're going the right path, because there's FHA, there's conventional, maybe you have a VA benefit, there's closing cost assistance based off what you already have saved. There's credit score requirements. So a lot of times you might have some back end work you got to do before we can actually go into that pre-approval process to even get a home. And they've got some techniques that can raise your credit score really quickly. So I would say the first step in this process is get pre-approved. Second step is go ahead and reach out to me. Let me know that this is on your radar. Let us start having those conversations of where you might want to live, what budget you need to stay within. Because what you do want to do also is go ahead and take into account not just what the home itself is going to cost, but what is home ownership going to cost. You want to start maybe a spreadsheet that says my mortgage would be this. Typically mortgages are going to include taxes and insurance, so that takes care of those two. But you want to go ahead and get your utilities together and think about what monthly you need to budget just for home ownership that if you were renting you might not have done in the past.